Hey guys, y'all like my hat living my best life. I got this at we went to this flea market. They had some nice stuff out there. I also went to the side where the Spanish people was out there selling um laundry detergent and everything. But yeah, I know everybody's on it. Well, let me just put a little bit of Feta cheese on here. A lot of people's probably on edge about, the immigrants coming here. But right now, they're really coming into Chicago, New York, Denver, and Philadelphia, and some other states. But all the migrants are saying that they just want to come here and they want to live, a better life. Now, this is so good. It's hamburger, turkey burger with zucchini, and red and yellow peppers and onions. I'm also cooking some rice. Yeah, but for certain people to say if they come over here, then you should starve them and stuff like that. That's not nice, and it's not humane, because a lot of those people have kids with them. And basically, when you saying that, you saying to starve the kids too, and that's not right. And a lot of people that say that you're so godly and this, that, and the third, you should be having open arms to these migrants. Open arms. They even had a shooting in Chicago where a migrant was injured. So I don't even know why they even shipping them to. I mean, they come from a violent. Already come from a violent country. So why put them somewhere that's violent? That don't make no sense. But they say a lot of migrants want citizenship in Chicago. I believe that a lot of Chicago residents are scared that those immigrants are going to push them out of their own neighborhood. Because that happens. That can happen. Wow. I got some coconut water here. I love the coconut water that has the little bits of coconut in it. It's so good. Yeah, but that's what I'm watching on TV right now. It's about the migrant situation, because a lot of people don't care. They just go on about their own lives. But when you see them trucking in, then they start caring. They saying they're gonna be giving them $7,000 per month, but they doing it because they know that they make about, depending. It depends, because I told y'all about my friend. She told me she paid $5,000 to become a citizen. They know they're gonna get that money back. That's why they give them all this money. But yeah, it is a slap in the face to the American people. But you got veterans out here that's still fighting for their benefits. And you're gonna just give these people money, and they're illegal immigrants. They don't even have their paperwork. So, I don't know, we're gonna have to see. But I know in Chicago, those residents there, they're angry. Very angry. But that's what happens when you don't build in your community. People can just come in and be like, look, we're gonna house these immigrants here in this school, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now they did. I think they filed some kind of lawsuit. Or something. But they talking about no one want the migrants here. It's not like they're housing them in your hood, in your projects. That would be a different story. Then you can be like, hold on now, hold on now. Now you're doing it. Now you're pushing it. But they're not doing that. They're housing them. They're trying to house them in certain places. Because look, if they don't house the migrants, the migrants is gonna be all over the place homeless. They gonna start using the bathroom, pooping everywhere on the sidewalks. They already said they're seeing that. They're pooping on the sidewalks and stuff. So if that's the way you want it, then keep doing it. Keep saying no. We're gonna push. We don't want them. We don't want them here. And that you're not using this place for them. Okay, then you're gonna have a whole bunch of immigrants laying around everywhere, pooping and pissing everywhere, and you walking down the sidewalk and seeing that. So I think it's better for them, to the Chicago residents, to be like, look, you know, how long is this gonna be? That's what you can ask. How long is this gonna be? Because we seen what happened in New York, where they didn't want to leave over at Hell's Kitchen hotel. They didn't want to leave there. So what happens if you put them over here and then they act up and say they not leaving? Then what? That's the question you should be asking. Not just saying, oh no, we don't want them here, because then you're going to have a whole bunch of these immigrants just laying everywhere, doing what they want to do, instead of being in a facility where they can be monitored. I'd rather them be in this facility, like they want to use a school. I'd rather them be in there where you can monitor them. But I ain't gonna eat this all. I'm gonna save the rice. Put this over some rice with a little bit of hot sauce on top. But yeah, they talking about they coming in loads. But nobody cares. I mean, everybody doing their own thing. They gonna care when they start coming in your neighborhood. That's when people gonna be, hold on. What's going on? This has been going on for a long time. You didn't care. This is so good, y'all. I'm gonna eat the rest of that. But yeah, there's a lot of people that want to become U.S. citizens. A lot. I want to see how this new mayor of Chicago, gonna do that. Well, he said he wants to help the migrants, and he wants to help the Chicago residents. But how are you gonna do that? Well, half the time you don't even have nowhere to put these people. But you want to put them in the school, but the Chicago residents are saying no. Then what you do? It's like you're like pushed like this, like, dang, I want to help the migrants, and I also want to help the Chicago residents, but the Chicago residents don't want them here. But the migrants said they said the migrants even went out and started protesting in Chicago. I think they went on the north side. But they were asking them. Why they bring the migrants to their neighborhood? And probably to build up your community. Because your community, they even said their community ain't good at all. A lot of violence. One of the ladies at the town meeting that they was at, she said that she got a gun pulled on her. So, I don't know how the mayor of Chicago is going to do it, but if he does and is successful in doing it, my hat's off to him, bro. Because let me tell you something, you got a lot of work to do in those impoverished communities. All the violence, like, how can you get control of that? Just like Baltimore is another city. Man, me and my husband rode down downtown Baltimore when I had to go to that. I had booked the audition, and we couldn't believe it. Like, it was a lot of places that was like boarded up, but you also had people still living in there. And most of all of the restaurants, the majority of the restaurants, you can't use the bathroom because it's out of service, because they don't want those homeless people in there. So a lot of them just put it out of service. And I'm just like, how is that good you're doing that? and you had people that come in there to eat, and then they had to use the bathroom. That's gonna stop people from even coming over there, because if I was them, I wouldn't be eating over there at no Burger King. It's just so bad. Like it was so it made me feel so sad, so sad to see a whole black community like that, just in just in poverty. Cause that's exactly what it was. You could tell that it wasn't no building nowhere. It wasn't. It's not a community that builds. A lot. You look at a lot of people. They ain't building crap. They ain't building nothing. I see the young black girls walking. I'm just like, I mean, a lot of those people, they probably been living there for years. Yeah, guys, this is the Feta. This stuff is so good. But this is the brand. It's it's called President, Europe's leading cheese expert. And it's good because you know how some Feta cheese is like so salty, but this is not like that at all. You can actually taste the cheese. It's not salty at all. That's why I like it. But when I make my salad next week, this coming up week, I'm gonna put some of this in there. But yeah, y'all hear that loud booming? Like who wants to live by people like that? Who wants to live in a neighborhood like that? With people blasting their music like that all day long, blasting their music, and they don't understand that you're not gonna be able to hear. Your hearing is gonna suck. You're gonna have hearing loss before you even hit the stage for hearing loss, like around 60 or maybe 70, depending on the person, because it's a lot of people that are up in age and they don't have hearing aids, so it depends on your body. But yeah, listening to that loud music all day and pumping that loud music and thinking you cool, you thinking you cool, but in the end you're not gonna be able to hear crap. And I see people with their kids in the car pumping that loud music. Why are you doing that? Why? What makes you think that kid wants to listen to that loud music? They don't want to listen to that. They don't want to listen to that. So I'm going to do a thumbnail. But yeah, if you're in the store, get some of this Feta cheese. If you like Feta cheese. This is the most fresh Feta cheese I've ever tasted in my life. Okay? And I done tasted a lot of varieties of Feta cheese. But I have to say that this one is the best because it's not salty like those other Feta cheeses. So I'm about to get back to watching this what's going on with Chicago, because right now they're protesting. A lot of the migrants that came to Chicago are protesting that they want citizenship. And it was a long line. I don't know where they were at, but it was a long line of migrants in Chicago saying that they were getting some kind of ID or citizenship ID or something, but they want to be citizens, and a lot of them they don't want to hear that you gotta get out or you gotta leave. They ain't trying to hear that. I think these migrants is gonna be time enough for Chicago. I mean, a lot of the Chicago residents saying they don't want them there and to go back. Put them somewhere else. Put them somewhere else for what? You talking about they put them in your community, but they putting them in the school. You act like they staying in the projects with you. They're putting them over there in the school so they can monitor all them. If they put them over there in the hood, they can't monitor all them people in them projects. They will have to put them all in different little units. That won't work out at all. So that's why they want to use that school. Now the residents are saying that no, they want that school for for the kids to go so that they have somewhere to go, so that they have activities to do. But we know that that's not true. It don't matter how many activities you give these kids. Some of them is just bad seeds. Some of them is bad seeds. It don't matter how much education they have, how many different programs and activities that you have for them, uh after school programs. Some of them is just bad seeds. They can do all that and still end up back in the streets doing criminal activity. Like that lady that was at the town hall meeting said that a teenager pulled a gun on her. A boy pulled a gun on her. A teenage boy pulled a gun on her. But you know what I'm saying? If they do use that school, for after school programs and stuff like that, we gonna see if it really works. And then if it don't work, let's see what their excuse is for that. We gave you the school. You wanted to put after school programs and activities for the kids, and then it still didn't work. Let's see if that school. Let's see if the crime rate goes down. I bet it won't. Cause y'all just have too much crime. It's just too much crime. It's late for a lot of these cities. It's late. There's no way you're gonna be able to bring it up out of what it's been through. Sometimes it's just too late. Sometimes it's just too late. But if they thinking they can do it, I'm all for them. Do it. I'm all for them. But yeah, I just think a lot of those Chicago residents are scared that these people are going to come in and start getting these jobs and start building their own community and just start building, and then they going to get pushed out. Because a lot of times the people that ain't building in the community, if stuff goes on, you the first one to get out. They gonna buy you ain't doing nothing. You ain't bringing nothing back to the community. Get out of here. And that's what building a community is. Like, people just think that it's just living in the community, paying your bill, and doing stuff like that. No, that's not what a community is about. A community is like, say for instance, a child go missing, and the community all come together to find that child. That's a community. That's a community. A community is having town meetings, going to your town meetings and getting involved in the community. A lot of people are not involved in their community at all. They're not involved in nothing. So yeah, you gotta start being a part of your community so that stuff like this won't happen. Because now there's a lot of people that was at that town meeting. You know what I'm saying? And they were saying that there's a lot of stuff that they done did with their community, and they done did all this stuff. But then when it was time for the other, I think it was the commissioner that was there, when he had started talking about the things that they were doing, they were like, "Oh no, well we ain't seen it, we ain't seen it." Well, how do you know people have seen anything that you guys have done? Because basically, you guys haven't done anything. You guys haven't built up any type of community. Come on now, where's your hospitals? You want to turn that place into an after school program? That's great. But where are your hospitals? You got a lot of black people to go in the hospitals, and they're not even waiting on. Remember that lady? She wasn't even being waited on, and she passed away in the waiting room waiting for service. And you guys said, "Oh, that's so bad. That's bad. Oh, they do that to us all the time." So why don't you come? Why don't you build your own hospitals? Where are your own hospitals? Where are your own black-owned food markets? Yeah, I know they got one in Philadelphia. I know they got one in Philadelphia, but we don't have Jack down here where I'm at. That's in Philadelphia. I'm not talking about restaurants. I get sick of so many people talking about, "Oh, we got restaurant." I don't give a shit about no daggone restaurant. Where are the food markets? We need food markets. We need hospitals. Let me tell you something. All that eating out, that stuff is bad for your health. Bad for your health. You're not cooking at home. You're not cooking nutritious meals at home, and you are always eating out. It's still it's still restaurant food. It's still fast food. You're still eating at a restaurant, which is not healthy. It's healthier to cook your own food at your home, because you never know what's going on in those kitchens. Believe me, I worked in kitchens and I have seen some stuff. And I'm not even gonna get into it because it's long past, it's long gone. And it wasn't nothing I could really say anyway, because that was my major job. I didn't want to lose my job at that time, so I didn't want to be in no kind of BS. But yeah, all that eating out, and on top of that, eating out, that take money out your pocket. It's expensive. It's hot in here. It's expensive to eat out all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive to eat out. Eat out and eat out and eat out. Just because you trying to keep up with the Joneses and post it on Facebook so everybody know that you can afford to eat out all the time. But man, that's terrible. That's terrible. I don't eat out like that. I could eat out every day, me and my husband, if we wanted to, but for what? When you know it's bad for you. It's better to cook nutritional meals at your home. It is, I'm telling you. Don't get pulled into the okie doke with trying to keep up with these people because you see them eating out all the time. Let them eat. If they want to eat out all the time, let them eat out all the time. But it ain't going to be good in the long run eating out like that. It's not. It's not. So y'all hit me in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about the this migrant situation. What do y'all think about them giving them $7,000 per month? How does that make y'all feel? Do y'all feel like that's a slap in the face? I feel like it is. 7,000. That's a good grip. 7,000 for the month. So let me know, y'all, when y'all coming. Always like and subscribe my channel. Always hit the bell notification so you won't miss another video. I love you guys. Always thinking about you. Until next time, it is your girl Reset Me, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.